never ceases to amaze me that all these wonderful complex sounds that we hear from the guitar come from two basic movements. We can either hit one string with our thumb or our finger, or we can pinch two strings together in this way. It sounds incredible, but basically these are the only two movements that we can make with our thumb and fingers. Sometimes we can hit with more than one finger and make it three, or maybe four strings we can hit all together. But it's the basic movement. We either hit with our thumb, with our finger, or we can pinch two strings together with fingers and thumb. And out of these basic movements we get all these wonderful complex sounds. The sounds of bossa nova, rock, blues and classical. In my studies of blues guitar over the past 30 or 40 years, it's become obvious to me that the thumb is absolutely king. Particularly in blues playing and ragtime blues playing, the thumb becomes very, very important. Possibly when the blues guitar was first developed and played in the Mississippi, in the Delta in the south of America, maybe because of the humid conditions and the guitars were difficult to keep in tune, and they were not very good guitars either, it was more important to maintain a beat, like a drum beat. And that's probably why the monotonic bass developed. A monotonic bass is just hitting one note or two or three notes with the thumb. It provides a nice rhythm for the blues. And of course we could double up on that beat to make it into a heartbeat. This is important because it's this kind of heartbeat that makes you feel the music with your emotions as well as with your ears. You can feel it inside, and it's a powerful effect. Now when the blues became a little bit more complicated, we started to look at ragtime styles, which was a kind of happy blues. The thumb started to move away from just hitting one note and started to hit two or three. It started to alternate between the bass notes. First of all, we can alternate between just two notes in this way. But some chords, like C, and I use a full C, using both my fingers here to hold the bass strings down. With C, you can hit three notes and alternate in this way. And of course this is not just ragtime blues, but it became a folk way of picking. For example, Simon and Garfunkel. And that kind of alternating bass picking was first developed by the ragtime blues guitarists in the 1920s. People like Blind Blake and Blind Boy Fuller and Reverend Gary Davis. As well as these two basic thumb movements, we have guitarists that are truly masters with their thumb. They don't have to stay in an alternating bass rhythm or a monotonic. Their thumb can move around wherever they want. People like Tommy Emmanuel, Reverend Gary Davis, their thumb was also the driving force and the melody maker behind their music. It truly performed every possible function you could think of. This is one example of how the thumb can be used to vary the rhythm and to make the song more interesting. In this song by Blind Boy Fuller called Step It Up and Go, the thumb lays down a walking bass rhythm, a kind of a boogie, and then changes to an alternating bass rhythm for the rest of the ragtime song. it sounds a little like this. Throughout all of your playing, explore the ways in which your thumb can make the piece more interesting. Don't just be satisfied with a monotonic bass or an alternating bass when you can put something else in there to make it interesting. That said, some of the most powerful blues are the most simple blues of all. And next video that I send you, we look at a blues in E and how we can turn this simple chord and some simple finger strokes into a powerful blues. Take care.